Hello, everybody. This is Deb Joyce Meek from Delight of My Art, and it is Wednesday. We're doing our mystery stamping again today. We have our directions here, which are posted and emailed to you on Mondays. If you are not part of my email address list yet, please join at email.orderwithdeb.com, or you can go on our Facebook group called Stamp with Delight. Otherwise, you can find me everywhere. On Facebook and YouTube at Delight of My Art. Please give a big welcome to Tina, and she is part of You Made That. You'll see her in the comments there on YouTube. She is my moderator, and if you have any questions about any of the things that you are seeing today, she is available to help out. So thank you so much, Tina. I did not give her a heads up on what I was using today because I was literally making things up until 1 minute ago. Both of my daughters forgot things at school today, and I had to do extra trips over to the school, and it's part of life. I'm happy to do it. But that's okay. We will go ahead and get started here. Let's go down to the desktop and we'll get started on our directions. I'm really excited about this one today. And let's go ahead here. All right, so I'm going to put this off to the side and I will refer to this, but if you want your own copy, again, you can see that posted in our Facebook group there, or you can get on my email list. So here, oh, nope, just kidding. I can't get everything out. What are we doing? All right, so we're going to get our card base out. I have a light card base, 8.5 by 5.5, and score at 4.25. That just gave away what the theme of my card is, but not our fold. So, hello, Kathy. Nice to see you. Hello, Vesta. All right, so we just have a card base. It's a regular old card base, 8.5 by 11. Nope, 8.5 by 5.5. Scored in half at 4.25. I am all flustered today or something, so everything will work out. Everything's fine. All right, so now we're going to go to our coordinating cardstock color, and I have chosen Mossy Meadow. There's two pieces in there actually that you'll need to pick, and one of them is 4 by 5.25. This one's going to go on the front, nice and regular. And then this piece right here is 8 inches wide by 4.75 inches tall. And I would put the measurements up there on the screen, but I did not prep those, but they're really easy. So we're going to go ahead and get our trimmer out here, and I will tell you that we are going to score at 2, 4, and 6, because this is 8 inches wide. That makes 2-inch rows in here. In fact, if you wanted to do it proper, you could do the 2 and the 6 and then flip it over and do the 4. So we'll do that. We'll do 2 and 6 and flip it over and do the 4. Not necessary, but we're just going to be extra with our folds here. But don't put the trimmer away yet. I'm just going to stick it off to the side for just a second while I do some scoring here. So we want 2 mountains, just kidding, 1 mountain in the middle and 2 valleys. This is how it's going to be, like this. So that's what we want to see. We'll just go ahead and score all of those pieces there. But it's going to be a W for a win, because this is a winner. All right, so now we are going to put this back in the trimmer, and I need you to take out a pencil because we're going to have to mark this in order to cut on it. Let's put this back in here. So I am going to measure 2 inches up from the bottom right corner, 2 inches. And I can actually just stick this on my trimmer and count these 2 bars up here. If you want to, you can also put it in your track like this and have the bottom be in the track and then just mark that 2-inch mark. So bottom right side, the 2-inch mark right there. And then we're going to cut from the top right corner down to the edge of the paper at that mark that we just did. So again, we have a valley, a mountain, and then a valley on this 8-inch by 4.75, 4.75. That's what it is. And that is correct. Okay. So top left to our little mark that we made here. I'm going to put this in the track and put my pencil line in there. This is my coordinating cardstock color to go along with the designer series paper that I chose. And since we have the pointy part up here, we want to start with our blade down at the bottom. And it didn't shift. I thought it did. Good. All right. So I'm holding this tight so that it doesn't move. And then we're just going to slice up there like this. So now we have this cool accordion look on an angle. And we don't need this piece. If you want to save this for scraps for die cutting or anything, if you've got little, I mean, mine's green. I'm going to save it for leaves maybe or something. But at the moment, I don't need it. So this one I'm going to put off to the side. We have our 2 pieces of coordinating cardstock. Now I'm going to pull out my DSP number 1. If you're new, DSP means designer series paper. It's the Stampin' Up! Term for patterned paper. So if you hear me say DSP, it's just a quicker way to say patterned paper. Here's the one that I chose. This is my designer series paper number 1. If this looks unfamiliar to you, which it might, it's actually in the catalog, but it's a brand new one. And I did want to point this out. It's near the scrapbooking stuff. So it's a bunch of like fun, woodsy, like camping paper. It's called Weekend Adventures. So that's a really fun one. And I'm going to use a stamp set that was, I think it was on the same page. I'll have to double check. Maybe Tina can help me out. It's in the catalog, but I'm not sure exactly where, but I'll tell you what the stamp set is. So this is the one of the papers. Look at this fun, like little blue splatter, misty moonlight splatter on the back. This is just going to go straight on the front, just like that. And then our designer series paper number 2, same paper stack. We've got trees, and on the back is some acorns. I happen to think this side is super ugly, and I will always use the tree side, but I really like the tree side, so I wouldn't have any use for this anyway. You know what this would actually look good as? Like a golf shirt or something. Like folding a little golf, like manly shirt. But otherwise, I don't know. I don't really care for that one. But I really like the trees, so I'm not too sad. All right, so this piece of designer series paper, this is DSP number 2. This is 7 inches wide by 4.5 tall. And I see Tina did make a note. It's on page 73. The stamp set is called Weekend Adventures. And that is not the one I'm using, but I'm going to use another very similar one. Let's see. So this one's, we're going to cut this into strips that are 1 3/4 inches wide. So again, this was 7 inches wide by 4.5 tall. And we're going to cut this at 1 3/4. So I probably told you guys the wrong thing, that stamp set that I'm using is on the same page. It must not be on the same page as the paper. But there is a scrapbooking kit associated with this too. And I mean, the whole thing's on my wish list. So that's probably why I'm getting confused, because I wanted it all. I'm going to be using Scenic Adventure stamp set, actually. They go together. All right, so here is what we have so far. And if your paper is directional, you can kind of keep them in a line. Mine doesn't really matter. It's not really connecting a pattern very much, but we'll just keep it in line just to be fun. So this is our panel that we made. And what we're going to do is take each of these pieces, and we're going to line this up so that you have that nice border on the left and the right. And I want you to create a double border on the bottom, because that will help us to create the line that we need. So when I have this, I'm going to have like a double border on the bottom. And if you want to, watch this, we're going to do a cheaty way to just hold that in place. I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive in the back on the middle so that it doesn't move on me. And now on the back side, I can trim that off. So just like this, try to be as straight as you can. That piece is gone. And now we can, if you rotate that, that comes right back off, and we can glue that. Look at the border on there now. Perfectly aligned. Isn't that cool? So we're going to do that with each of these panels. So let's go ahead and glue this one down so it's not in my way as I'm doing the next panel. Here we go. I hope everybody's having a good day today. It's really rainy and kind of chilly. I mean, I can't really complain about 50 degrees when we've had a winter here in Michigan, but you know, we saw 80 something degrees the other week, and man, that was really nice. So I'd like to have some summer back, please, but I guess we can have some spring too. Very rainy, and our plants need it. All right, so here's the next panel, and I'll just hold that as I give that a cut. I'm going to fold this out of the way a little bit, fold it up, and then give that a snip. Don't need that piece, and then we can wiggle this piece off. Again, I'm just tacking that down with Stampin' Seal. This is a good adhesive, but you can reposition if you're gentle enough. So that's kind of nice. This liquid glue, if you glue this down, it is not going anywhere and you will not be able to move it, except for the first 5 seconds. And then you kind of are able to have that little bit of wiggle room to get it straight. So every glue has particular uses of why I have it in my craft room. All right, so this one, again, we're just gonna put, and I'm putting 2 little marks down because if I put 1, it might wiggle, and this kind of helps it stay a little straighter in that little groove there. All right, I'm gonna hold that again, snip it. Hello to everybody watching live, and hello to everybody watching on the replay. I appreciate you. If you can like, share, and follow and all the things, that would be awesome. And at the end here, we're going to show 2 alternative projects. I wasn't sure if I was going to get that last one done, man. I was up to the wire, but I did. We have 3 again today to show you, and I want you to vote on your favorite one. So this is going to be the first one. And if you like any of the things that you see, you can order those at orderwithdeb.com. And if your wish list is incredibly long, you can do like Tina did and 2 other friends that did. This month, we're having a starter kit special. So if your wish list is over $99, you can get $165 worth for $99. It's an incredible deal right now. So my joining link is join.orderwithdeb.com. If you really would love to be part of my team, I would absolutely love that. And again, we don't make you do anything you don't want to do. If you don't want to sell, you don't have to sell. But you do get your discount of 20% on everything up through the end of September minimum. Pretty sweet. All right, so here we have this fun layering piece. And we have this piece. I'm just going to glue this to the front here. Also, I want to point out we do have 1 more, well, not 1 more, 2 more. We have another Julie and Friends video tomorrow at 7 p.m. right here on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, over on YouTube, A Delight of My Art, at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, etc. And my video and Julie's video and Lisa's video will all be playing at the same time. And we encourage you to watch all 3 of those and vote for your favorite, because we're in a friendly competition to see who gets the most likes on their video. So if you click the thumbs up, that's a vote for that person's projects. And the theme this week is gratitude gifts, which I'm excited about. This was my idea, so I hope that it pans out for me. All right, so here's where we are right now. We have a card with a nice front, and then we have this funny pop-out piece. So we're going to put this on the inside, and you see your mountain fold here in the middle, and these 2 are valleys. So we're going to just lay this completely flat with that center fold line on your center fold line for your card. And you'll see if you place it just so, you can have a kind of an even border all the way around. It's a little bit thicker than your regular, border. It's a little bit thicker. So we're just going to scoot it to where this white side is as wide as this white side. And I'm going to hold these 2 middle panels right still. And I'm going to fold this right one down. And we're going to glue this one and then stick it. Okay? You following me? Just holding this so that it doesn't move when I'm getting the glue on here. Come on. There we go. And scoot that down. You know what? I was just thinking just now, wouldn't this be fun if you just did the edges of this and you could create a tiny little pocket in there as well. I'm not going to do that on this card, but it's an idea. Ooh. So you could do just the edges like a big U on here, and then this whole thing would be a skinny pocket. I don't know what you could fit in there, but I mean, it's a thought. So here we go. I'm going to add more glue than I normally do, only because this is a moving piece and you might have some tension on there, and I do want that to withstand all of the action that we're going to be doing. Okay, so now when we close the card, that middle piece comes forward, and now we can decorate the card. So isn't that fun? So this is called a pop-out slant card. I've seen it called just a slant card. So I thought this was so cool. All right, so now we can decorate the front. And I did my large label, "Let the Journey Begin." Isn't this so fun? This is the bundle that I'm using, Scenic Adventure. It's got a bunch of trees and clouds and water and a bunch of different dyes that are trees and mountains and layering things. So this is actually the bundle that we're going to be using for our Delightful Card Club for June. So I wanted to start playing with that and show you all the fun things that it can do. So here is our front piece. I'm not going to put this on dimensionals like I normally would, only because we already have a lot of bulk going on here. It does, go flat, but it still has some heft to it. So I'm going to just put this flat on here. Like this. Oh, is this one going low? I have 3 glues going at any moment, so it's random which one I'm actually using. So this tree line is actually one die that just does the top of the tree line, and I just cut 2 more circles from those 2 greens and then cut the tree line into the circles to create this fun border. I thought that was really clever because I was doing that last minute and I was like, oh, look what I did in like 10 minutes. I thought that turned out really cute. So here is the middle. We're going to decorate that too. And here's where some of those tree dies are popping out here. I'm just going to grab what I've got. Here's all my little offshoots. We're just going to put some trees on here. I thought this would be fun. So maybe some, I didn't really think this out. We just got some trees. Some random trees. Oh, we want to poke out these little pieces here too. Yeah, I thought this was a fun card. And stay tuned for the alternative ones so you can vote for your favorite ones. These pieces are actually the top side, before we put those on, look, of my circle, and they still look like trees. So I was wondering if I could use these in this little section at all. And this little piece is the top side of one of the straight pieces. Anyway, just this is what I'm just going to decorate each of the panels just for funsies. So if this takes me too long to think because my brain's not braining at the moment, then maybe we'll just do this off camera and I'll share with you what I turned out to end up with here. But this is the gist of the cards, kind of like that. Let's decorate that off camera. My brain is like fried, I guess, today. We've got 2 performances tonight. Both of my twins, I have 7th grade twins. My daughter is in a choir performance tonight at 7, and my son has a piano recital tonight at 7 across town from each other. So we have to divide and conquer today. So yeah, my brain's all over the place. So I will decorate this later at the end, but you can see kind of where we're going with this one. I just thought this was fun with the trees. Card number 1 is the trees. Here is card number 2 using the Cheers and Sips bundle. And of course, this is the one of the ones that we're using for our craft along starting in June. So here's another idea for you to use. We've got cheers, and then we've got all those glasses. Clink, 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 let's celebrate. So I thought that was lots of fun too. So there is card number 2. And here is card number 3. We've got the cute turtles. This is the Turtly Awesome bundle and suite of products. So hope your birthday is totally awesome. I cut this from the designer series paper. I actually cut this with that oval from the Impressions of Bloom bundle. There's some scenic paper in the turtle paper. So I thought that turned out really cute. It actually looks like he's on the path here. And then we have all of these turtles celebrating somebody's birthday. So I thought that was lots of fun too. Hooray! All right, so let me know which of these 3 cards is your favorite. We've got a nice manly card or a rustic one. We've got cheers and drinks and bright colors. And then we've got this cutesy turtle fun card. So hopefully I've made it hard for you to pick. Let's see, we've got some votes for the tree card, number 1. Number 2, of course, Linda likes the turtles. She's already used that a bunch for birthdays. Good job. All right, so there we have those different cards. Thank you again for watching. I'm gonna put my face back in here again. I really appreciate you guys when you watch my videos and vote. Oh, I'm all fuzzy again. The camera always has trouble catching my face. So we got another couple of votes here. We've got card number 2. All right, so thank you again for watching. I appreciate you. If you, again, are not on my email list, make sure that you join that email.orderwithdeb.com. And if you'd like to place an order, orderwithdeb.com. I'll try to make it easy. And then if you'd like to join because your wish list is so long, you can go to join.orderwithdeb.com. All right, I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day and come back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, for all of our competition, our Julie and Friends videos. So I'll have the links for all of their videos to look at in the video description on YouTube. And then you'll be placing your votes for me, right? We'll see, right? I'm really excited about tomorrow's. I am using a new product that I hadn't touched until I had it in mind for this product or for this video, and I am blown away. Like, it's so cool. Okay, that's your teaser. All right, have a great night. Bye.